Imagine a world where shadows loom larger than life, where hallways feel like battlefields, and where simple words can cut deeper than any knife. I want to tell you a story. Not just any story, but one that happens every single day in schools, workplaces, and even online. Meet Sarah. Like many of us, she just wanted to belong. Her clothes weren't the latest fashion. Her lunch wasn't from the trendiest places, but her heart was pure gold. But to Jessica and her friends, Sarah was nothing more than a target. It started small, whispers in the hallway, snickers during class, accidental shoulder bumps. Then came the social media posts, the fake accounts, the edited photos. Sarah's world began to shrink day by day, post by post, tear by tear. But here's where our story takes an unexpected turn. Because while Sarah was fighting her battles, Mike, one of Jessica's loyal followers, was fighting his own. You see, Mike wasn't really a bully, he was afraid. Afraid that if he didn't laugh at Jessica's jokes, if he didn't forward those cruel messages, he'd be next. To all the Jessicas out there, yes, you, the ones who think power comes from making others feel small, let me ask you something. When you lay your head down at night, do those laughs still sound as sweet? Does that power still feel as real? Because here's the truth. True strength isn't measured by how many people fear you, but by how many people you lift up. And to all the Sarahs, the ones who eat lunch alone, who fake being sick to avoid school, who cry themselves to sleep, you are not alone. Your worth isn't determined by their words. Their cruelty is a reflection of their weakness, not your value. But this story isn't over yet. Because one day Sarah did something unexpected. She stood up, not with fists or insults, but with kindness. She saw another student being targeted and stepped in. She became what she needed most when she was at her lowest, an ally. And Mike, he found his courage. It wasn't in a grand gesture or a dramatic showdown. It was in a simple no. No, he wouldn't share that mean post. No, he wouldn't join in the laughter. Sometimes the biggest changes start with the smallest actions. This is more than just a story. It's a mirror, reflecting thousands of real stories happening right now. To those who bully, your actions create ripples that can last a lifetime. But it's never too late to change your story. To those being bullied, you are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, and worth more than they can ever diminish. Remember, in this story of life, we all have a choice. To be the shadow that darkens someone's day, or the light that helps them find their way. The power is in your hands. What role will you choose to play? Because in the end, the true measure of our character isn't in how we treat those who can help us, but in how we treat those who can't. Let's create a world where kindness isn't seen as weakness, where differences are celebrated, not condemned, and where every person knows their worth isn't determined by others' words. Your story matters. Make it one worth telling.